what role y'all played a lot of running teams this year. That's what the coaches were just talking about. And this is more of a passing team. So what role do the linebackers fit into what you see on film with Delaware?
Just the drops underneath, getting to our landmarks and whatever the coverage is, getting to our landmarks, keeping our eyes on the cue. And, and when it's time to blitz and affect the quarterback, when they dial up the linebacker's number, we got to blitz and make a difference in that part of the game too.
Thinking back, how much fun, I know it's been a rough year with all the injuries, especially on the offensive line and all, but I'm thinking back to the bowl game against Jacksonville State. You were kind of switching positions and learning everything. And you played some last year, but not nearly as much as this year. As an individual, how much fun has this year been for you, and how do you feel like you played?
Oh, man, it's been fun, If you would have told me 3, 4, 5 years ago coming into college that I would be changing positions and playing linebacker, I would have never thought. But, it's been unremarkably fun. My mom just sent me a screenshot the other day. After my first game at Rice, really getting snaps, I texted her. I told her I hadn't had fun like that in a real long time. So it's been fun. I feel like I played good, At times, I played a little, not up to par, but, I feel like I played solid throughout the season and done my part.
In what way, from like the spring until now, where have you improved the most? Where do you feel like you've improved?
Eyes. A linebacker, you have to have good eyes, because with all the motions and now in college football, you get motion every play, and it's really to get your eyes in the wrong spot so they can go here with the ball, and that affects the linebackers a lot. So I say having my eyes in the right spot.
What would it mean for this team to snag that fifth straight win, and what has faith meant throughout this journey to get to achieve that fifth straight win?
We're sitting at 2-6. We had a decision to make. Coach called the team up and it was like he said it in here before, we could pack it up and it'd be easy, or we could fight and come out of the other side of this thing where we wanted to be with a championship, win a trophy game. So it's, it's everything, just staying diligent and wanting to finish it and send us right, send my fellow seniors out the right way.
What have been those conversations in the locker room with your teammates about the resilience, about the determination throughout the season?
We have conversations about it a lot, and week by week, it's just been like one more, go 1-0 this week, go 1-0 this week, and we certainly got to go 1-0 this week.
As a teammate, when you're able to see Skip, be reinstated, hearing him talk and seeing how excited he is, how does that make you feel seeing that?
We're on the same block, man. That makes me feel great, I remember when he got the suspension. Coming in the locker room, I could tell he was down a little bit, but, just to see him be able to go out and finish his career out the right way, with a game, and we can get this win for him, it's everything.
And for you personally, man, going all the way back to Manny, looking at your journey to where you are here now, like how much was it worth it and coming here and, experiencing everything that you did along the way?
Extremely worth it, This journey has, changed me and shaped me into the person I am now, built character, humility, being humble. If I could do it all over again, I'd do the same thing. I wouldn't change anything.
What role did you try to play as a leader, an emotional leader, and a guy who's been here for a while when things were tough this year? What did you try to do to keep your teammates up?
Just making sure we came to work every day. Just making sure nothing changed. When we get on that practice field or we get on that football field, nothing should change. We should play just how we're playing week 1, or playing when we're winning, playing when we're 10-1, 10-2. We should be playing that same type of ball and practicing with that same type of urgency and energy. None of that should change.
They've had trouble giving up the big play this year, and you're playing a passing team. So what is it going to take, or what do y'all have to do or not do to keep that from happening in this game?
Just be fundamentally sound. In every defense, there's a person that's supposed to be in every particular spot to make a play if the ball goes there. So we just got to make sure all 11 of us are in our right spot every play, be consistent and, fundamentally sound.
Y'all are playing in Mobile, and you've won quite a few games in Mobile since you've been here. You won a bowl game in Mobile. You might have been right before you got here. But y'all had a lot of success there. Is that so? When you heard Mobile, what went through your mind?
It's a familiar place. We played there this year. You know, it's not a new stadium. We played there before. You know, I don't know if we're gonna be in the same locker room, but you know, we've been there. You know, it's it's something like we've done before. It's not a surprise and nothing new. You know, it's gonna be like, all right, let's go do it again and have the same result.